It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your beautiful Monday morning. You're tuning into your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso, right here on SABC 3. Thank you for starting or choosing to start your Monday morning with us. Right now, though, it is time for your Monday Tech Digest with Bryan Smith. And as technology evolves and we all become more connected, the risk of falling prey to cyber criminals increases. So today we are going to look at 3 simple ways to reduce risk and protect yourself against cybercrime. Bryan, thank you very much for joining us, man.
Thank you for having me back. It's great.
Such a pleasure. So we need to make sure that we are covered when it comes to our online spaces, that nobody can get in there, and obviously a good strong password that goes without saying. But from your point of view, why is that so important? And also, what is considered to be a good password?
Great questions. Firstly, why are great passwords important? It's simply that as we move more to online, vital services, particularly financial services, migrate online, and that's really our sensitive information we need to keep under lock and key. When hackers or cyber criminals try to gain access to our accounts, they use what is called a brute force attack, which is typically when they upload a batch of passwords, words or phrases to try and compromise online accounts. And what is considered a good password can differ from platform to platform, but generally a great idea is to take a phrase, perhaps even a song lyric, add in symbols, capital letters, and numerals. And that's any password over about 10 characters is typically quite secure.
Yeah. And I mean, some websites actually tell you whether your password is good or not by rating it as well.
Yeah, so always go for a strong password.
Oh, lovely. So call me maybe 1, 2, 3. That might work.
You might want to add a few more lyrics.
Okay, a couple more. Okay, yeah. I'll consider that though.
Carly Rae Jepsen.
I've heard about this thing called two-factor authentication, and I just wanted to know a bit more about it though, because apparently it can assist with regard to this though.
Sure. So two-factor authentication is probably the cheapest and the best way to really secure your online accounts, and the trick is in the name. If you consider with one password, that's simply one factor you sign in and that's the end of the story. With two-factor authentication, you're given a special code through an app like Microsoft or Google Authenticator, and that's a second layer of protection on your accounts, and you can use it with any major smartphone or other smart device.
Okay, so look out for that. Another way, of course, to protect yourself online is to avoid kind of dodgy public Wi-Fi spaces and also websites. I mean, firstly, I want to know how can criminals exploit you through using those kind of platforms, and also what is considered a dodgy kind of public Wi-Fi? How would you recognize it?
It's typically anything that you don't recognize as being official. Usually a paid service is the best way to distinguish between a scammy or fraudulent Wi-Fi network and a legitimate one. Typically how this works is that cyber criminals rely on these fraudulent networks. You sign up thinking it's legitimate, and what happens is that your information is broadcasted unencrypted, which essentially means that it is not secure. So you would be transmitting very sensitive information, your passwords or otherwise your account details, on a blank slate for anyone to read.
So don't do online banking.
Don't do online banking on an unsecured Wi-Fi network, or double check that the website in question is secure. Double check it's got an HTTPS certificate.
Okay, I'll remember that for next time. So there's this abbreviation TIPC being thrown around, and forgive me for it, but it's timing intent person contact.
You got it.
Yeah, okay, so what is that about?
So that's really just a nifty trick to keep in mind if you're looking at a message or email you think might be fraudulent or otherwise scammy. Keep in mind if you're looking at it, consider the timing. Is this coming in relation to anything else, or is it out of the blue? Intent, are they asking for money or sensitive financial information? If they are, steer clear. Person, do you know the person who's contacting you? And lastly, context. Does this form come close to anything else you might have done in your offline or online life recently? And if those messages don't fulfill any of those criteria, rather steer clear and act with caution.
Awesome. Bryan, thank you very, very much, man. I think this is a conversation we need to have regularly as well, because people tend to forget and people get comfortable when using online spaces. Yeah, so make sure you protect yourself out there. Thanks again to Bryan, and also be sure to let us know what's exciting or in the world of technology on your side using our website, expressoshow.com.